Hello, welcome to day 2 of Golf Monthly here in Japan with Mizuno. Today we are on something called a bullet train. It's called a bullet train simply because it goes very, very fast. In fact, we've clocked it using the speed apps on our phone going at 300 kilometers an hour, which is about 188 miles an hour. So very, very fast. A very cool experience to be on here today. We're heading over to Hiroshima to the Mizuno Chuo forging factory to see Mizuno golf clubs being made, starting with that single billet of steel, going through all the different cutting and shaping processes to what is pretty much a finished golf club. So really excited to see how they're made. Let's go and see how it's all done. Okay, so this is how every forged Mizuno iron starts. It's with a 6 meter long rod of metal. Now the ones we've got here are infused with boron, which we saw in the MP25 model, which makes it stronger, allows them to make the faces thinner for more distance. So you can see here, this is blue, so it means it's got boron in it. This is on the first stages where the materials are getting cut. So what happens here is 6 meter long metal, and then cut into 16 centimetre blocks, and then they're off to the primary forging stage. The metal's been cut, it's been heated up, it's been rolled, and now it comes here into the hammer stage. So this is 750 kilogram hammer, comes down, squishes it, and makes it into the shape of an iron that you see today. Yep. And then it's off to the cookie cutter stage. Yes. Okay? Yep. It's the primary forging stage, because we're going to go around here. Then the irons are in the shape and they come through here. How hot is the irons down here, Suzuki?
Yeah, 1,250 degrees.
1,250 degrees?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So once these irons have been shaped, where do they go now?
Now, then we're going to press-down forging stage. You can take a photo.
Okay, so we travelled down from the Chuo forging factory to downtown Hiroshima to visit the Peace Museum, obviously dedicated to the atomic bomb that went off in 1945. As expected, it was a pretty harrowing experience. Behind me is one of the few, well, one of the only buildings that actually survived the blast. The actual, where the bomb went off was pretty close to that, about 600 metres in the air, but very close to this point on the ground. Some of the facts that we were reading in the museum were pretty staggering. You know, hundreds of thousands of people died not only from the blast on the day, but also in the years following from radiation poisoning and things like leukemia, which they didn't have any treatment for at the time. So yeah, some really graphic images. Do recommend you go to the Peace Museum if you are in the area, just to kind of get an appreciation for what happened on that day and the subsequent years. So yeah, pretty somber mood right now, but glad I went. I think I need to cheer myself up, so we're going to head into back to Osaka on the bullet train and have some typical Japanese cuisine. Okay, so we're back in the hotel room. Day 2 is over, but what an enjoyable one it was. Such a mixture of experiences today, starting with the Chuo forging factory, feeling the ground shake as that hammer came down and pressed those irons into shape was unbelievable. And then moving, travelling on to Hiroshima to the Peace Museum, that really was a kind of harrowing but somber experience. Really glad I went, kind of just to appreciate the scale of what went on there. Obviously, you know, it's the first and last atomic bomb to be detonated during war. Such a significant event in the history of the world in the last few centuries. Tonight just went out for a few drinks. Obviously some local cuisine, had some raw tuna along with some really nice steak, actually cut up into little pieces like I was a little child all over again, which was helpful, I guess, especially when you're using chopsticks. But yeah, so really exciting day. Tomorrow, more of the same. We're going to visit an authentic Japanese 3-tier driving range. So, yeah, day 3 promises to be a good, exciting day. Hope you tune in for the vlog. Hope you enjoyed day 2, and I'll see you tomorrow.